I'm here with you today for our Saturday Night Pajama Party and to tell you about our menu. My husband is bringing me a plate right now. So we have catfish, Hushpuppies, and sautéed shrimp and cheese grits. And for my drink, we're gonna have a Lagunitas Hoppy Refresher. It is non-alcoholic. Okay. So
Are you live?
yes, I just want to let everybody know how I did the menu today. Okay. So when I fried the catfish, I did my seasonings. I'm not sure if I'm live, guys. Okay, it looks like somebody's on there.
Okay,
Whoever's
you
on,
are.
can you say hi and let me know if you can hear me? Because I'm not sure if I'm live. It said I was live, but I'm not sure. Welcome to the chat. And remember to guard your privacy and be respectful of one another when you're here. Okay, Lo-Ryders and YouTube fam bam.
Oh yes, you are live. I'm here.
Hi, Boo Peg. How are you? Hey, Linda. How you doing? Thanks for being here, guys. I don't know if you saw my plate, but if you didn't, I will show you again. Tonight we're having fried catfish. I don't know if you can see it. Half a catfish because they were huge. Well, a little less than half catfish. Then I got my little hush puppies. They dark like me. I made some light-skinned ones too. And then I got my cheesy grits and my sauteed spinach and onions. And then for my refresher, my drink, I'm drinking Lagunitas Hoppy Refresher. It is non-alcoholic. It does taste like beer, and I love it. Okay, yes, I still drink my Coors Light, but every now and then I take a sabbatical from drinking beer and drink near beer. Okay? All right. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Thank you for being here. So today I wanted to have a couple of conversations about some of the shows I like. I don't know if you guys watch Sistas, Tyler Perry Sistas. Let me tell you, Devale Ellis is my boo thing. That is my boo thing. I've loved that man since I seen him cry on Black Love, okay? When he explained to us how he had a hard time, with dealing with pain and so forth and so on when he was in the NFL. I did not know that my baby went through that much pain, honey, because I saw him before. However, I didn't know about all the things he had gone through. And then little by little, him and his wife, because they have their little podcast, and they tell us about their lives and how they argue and so forth and so on. So I've been following Devale and Khadeen forever. Those are my babies, okay? So in case you didn't know, they're my children. Okay, they may not be my children by birth, but they're my children. They are my children, and his children are my grandbabies. Okay. So, Devale from Sistas, I like him because, first of all, he's the underdog. Okay, a guy that's been in and out of jail, and come to find out the reason he was in and out of jail because he was really taking the bite for his brother. It wasn't him that was doing the crimes. He was just helping his brother out and so forth and so on. And then when Sistas started, everybody was mad at Zach. Everybody's mad at Zach because that's the character he plays on Sistas. However, we've never actually seen Zach commit a crime. Now, have we? We've only seen the stuff that everybody else did, but we've never seen Zachary Luther Taylor commit a crime. Okay, so from that moment on, I fell in love with him on the show, okay, because it's like, even though he's the underdog and he's been through all these things and he was in jail when Karen first met him and so forth and so on, we've never seen Zach commit a crime. Okay, Zach has always been a man. He would get up every day, no matter what, rain, snow, sleet, whatever, on his bike and go to work at the airport. And I'm sure where he lived to the airport was probably about an hour ride. I'm pretty sure that's what was going on. But that man never missed a day of work. And that's the type of man I could appreciate. And we knew that he was going to get better. Is that my son? Hi, Pierpoint. That's my son. Focus forward, y'all, saying hi to his mom. But yes, Zach got up every day and went to work, and Karen talked all that crap about him, emasculated that man, so forth and so on. Her girlfriends treated him like crap. You know, your girlfriends are going to treat your people like crap based on what you tell them. So keep your people out your relationship, okay? Because it ain't none of their business. If they're not putting hands on you and they're not hurting you, keep them out your business, because when you mad at them, your friend's going to be mad, and that's what's been happening to Zach. So I like Zach. Karen, I used to like Karen until I realized that she was basically a man eater to me. And Andy, my husband's in love with Andy. Andy's kind of iffy for me because sometimes I like her, sometimes I don't, because she's the dumbest lawyer on the planet, but she's good at what she does. Okay. I hate Gary, but I love the actor that plays Gary. Hey, ChefDonDon! Hi, baby! Did you see when I cooked the dinner? I got... Let me bring it back. I made some grits, some catfish, some Hushpuppies, and some sautéed spinach. And I'm drinking non-alcoholic tonight. I might have a beer later on, but I'm drinking non-alcoholic right now. But hey, boo, how you doing? Hi, Michael. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for being here, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just letting y'all know, but I'm working on this, okay? So in order to bring everybody together, I'm going to be doing this bi-weekly family food night or Saturday pajama party. Y'all got your pajamas on? Do y'all have your pajamas on? I got my little sexy thing on. Yes, I put on a bra because I don't want to be too sexy. But back to Zachary and Karen and them and Andy. So I do like Andy. Danny is my girl. No matter what, no two ways about it. Danny's my girl. I'm talking about sisters for the people just joining. Okay. Hi, Tamika. Hi, Bolik. Hi. Did I say hi to you, Michael? Okay, not my husband, Michael. This Michael. How you guys doing? Thank you for being here. It's so wonderful to have you guys here, and I appreciate each and every one of you immensely. You have no idea, because I've been really lazy. I have super high anxiety, and when I get in my anxiety mode, I don't do nothing. I sit in the room, and my son fusses at me, Mom, you need to go outside. You need to do this. You need to do that. But Mommy just sits here watching videos on YouTube. That's what I do. I be watching everybody on YouTube. That's my job. That's what I do. Thank you, IPB. My son says it tastes delicious. Hey, I already said hi to Tamika. Yeah, my son says it tastes delicious. They really like the Hushpuppies. And let me tell you how I made the food. Let's get off sisters for right now. So with the catfish, I made me a little buttermilk. I put the buttermilk and an egg with some seasonings in a bowl, and did what you do with the buttermilk and stuff. And of course, you got to have some hot sauce and some chicken bouillon, because chicken bouillon is good for anything that's not beef. Okay, sometimes it is good for stuff with beef. And then I also season my food and then mix that together. And then with my flour, I put a little bit of flour, lots of cornmeal, of course. Then I use my baking powder. I use aluminum-free baking powder. And then I do use some cornstarch, because the cornstarch for meat without skin, it gives you a skin. So that's why I use the cornstarch. And I mix the dry stuff up and whatnot. And then in the pot with the fish, I'm doing the wet stuff and with the hot sauce and the cayenne pepper and all that stuff. And of course, that's that. In regards to the Hushpuppies, I chopped up some green onions, scallions. We did an egg. We did a cup of buttermilk with that. And of course, I season my dry ingredients for the Hushpuppies. I put my regular Creole, everything mixed seasoning, garlic and onion powder, granulated. And of course, cayenne pepper. You got to have cayenne pepper and everything. And then, of course, then I mix my wet and my dry. And then because I didn't have one of those little ball things, I just used a measuring spoon and I just plopped it in the pan. That's why they're not completely round like most people. Hushpuppies. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Shorty. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And my sauteed spinach. I saute my onions first in the pan with a little oil. And then I put my little chicken bouillon in there and my little seasonings in with the onions. And then I put my spinach in. And then I just go ahead and flip and dip. That's all I got to do. Flip and dip until the spinach is tender. And I take it out. I don't leave it in too long because we don't want it to look, we still want it to look green. We don't want it to look greenish brown. And of course, with the grits, I use milk in my grits. I don't know about anybody else. A lot of people use water, but my family's from the South. I'm from New York City, but my family is from from the South, Bluffton, South Carolina, and Bessemer, Alabama. So being from the South, it's milk in the grits. So I put my milk, my butter in the grits and whatnot. Put a little chicken bouillon in it, of course. And then, of course, some cayenne pepper, salt, and pepper. And then go ahead and cook it until it's super tender. And then I add my cheese. And, of course, I like my cheddar cheese. I prefer sharp cheddar cheese. But we didn't have sharp today. We used mild cheddar cheese. Oh, I like that water and heavy whipping cream. Next time I'll try to do that. All right, I will use the heavy cream. I do use heavy cream in my macaroni and cheese, ChefDonDon. I absolutely do. So I use that with the regular milk. Most of the time, my shoe came off, y'all. Most of the time, I use evaporated milk, Carnation, okay, because that's what I grew up on, Carnation milk. And that's how I made my meal. Me and ChefDonDon's gonna have to have a time cooking something one Saturday. Maybe in 2 weeks, ChefDonDon. Because my next menu is going to be oxtails. And I don't know if I want to do the oxtails with black beans and rice, or if I want to do it Jamaican style, or if I want to do it with the potatoes and stuff like I grew up on. So, and several ways to do oxtails. But I got my Scotch bonnet seasoning and all that stuff, so I'm ready to do it Jamaican style, if you like to do it Jamaican style. Okay, and we do that Jamaican cabbage. Okay? All right, and let's see. Yeah, making mashed potatoes now. I'm not as good as making mashed potatoes as he was. This man back here, my brother used to make them garlic mashed potatoes, make me want to trip him. But, you know, he was 6'9", and I really couldn't get to him because he stood steady, you know. But I just wanted to trip him one time because his mashed potatoes was better than mine. Everything else I did was better than his. Yes. So, let's see. Oh, thank you. I got these from Temu. Some people say Temu. I got them from Temu. You know, so I learned that at the Super Bowl because they were one of the advertisers and they told us the proper way to say it. It's Temu, not Temu. But yeah, so, and then I want to know if you guys are watching Hard and Hustle Houston. Are you guys watching that yet? Yeah, well, I know you're from the South. You're from Texas, right, ChefDonDon? No, Shorty, I'm not from Bessemer. My family, the originators of me. I'm born and bred New York City, Manhattan, New York. That's where I'm born and bred. But my family, well, my grandmother and my grandpa moved to New York from their respective southern places. And they ended up in Queens, New York. But I was born in Manhattan in Metropolitan Hospital, May 13, 1959. Hi, Helen. How are you? Thank you for being here. So, does anybody here watch the new show on OWN, Heart and Hustle Houston? Okay. Well, I watched an episode. I haven't got into it yet. I think I may like it. There's going to be some drama, but I think it's more black excellence than drama. No, it is not a Carlos King production. Thank God. It is not a Carlos King production. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so, IPV, how do you feel about Chloe? Because I don't think I like her. I really don't think I like her. Oh, you hear the New York accent? It comes out every now and again. I've been in Oregon for so long. I lived here. Well, I got here in 96. And then I met my husband in 2002. We got married 2003 in Vegas, and then we moved to Vegas for 6 years, November 2003. And then we moved back to Oregon, November 2010. So all his family's here. My family's all on the East Coast. Yeah. So I don't like Chloe. For y'all that don't know who Chloe is, she's one of the ladies on Heart and Hustle Houston. Her whole attitude is telling married people how they should do in their relationship when she's single. How you want to tell me how to run my relationship, my household, and what I'm supposed to do? Okay, you're not the boss of me. And then she made a comment about, oh God, what's her name? Elena's husband. Not, was it Elena, y'all? Yeah, Elena. Husband not being fine. I would have slapped the cowboy out of her. Okay, let's just be real clear. Okay, I may not have slapped her because I would have went to jail probably. But I would have cussed her out. She would have felt like she was slapped. How about that? Okay? You're not going to be talking about my husband. You don't think that he's fine. You don't think he's cute. That's your business. That's on you. But if I say my husband is fine, that's what I mean. My husband is fine. Okay? He's my cup of tea. He ain't yours. That's why your ass is single out there with this young blood. And he ain't all that good looking either. Okay, let's be real clear. He ain't all that good looking. All right? All right? Yes. My pet parakeet look better than him. I don't have a pet parakeet, y'all. I'm just lying. You know I'm lying. It's okay to have a direct delivery, IPV. I have a direct delivery, but direct and respectful, not direct and sneaky or shady or just disrespectful. You don't have to do that. And especially if this lady is your friend, okay? And by the way Chloe came across to Elena, it sounds like they're not really friends, even though they're purported to be friends. It sounds like they're not friends. So if you're not really a friend of mine and you're talking all this nonsense about my man and me wearing my wedding ring and all of that, what's the problem? I mean, why are you so worried about what's going on in my household? You dig? Thank you. Why is she looking? Why is she looking at her husband? Okay. Hey, K-Stay Bell. Chloe needs to slap across the face, in your opinion. In my opinion, too. That's what I was saying. Okay? I might just trip her down the stairs. Okay? You know, sneakily, so I don't go to jail, because I'm not trying to go to jail, because I'm too cute to be in jail, honey. I am too old and too cute to be going to jail. Been there, done that, okay? When I was, 17 years old? Yes, I spent time on Rikers Island based on a crime I didn't commit. I was profiled, and I think I was 8.5 or 9 months pregnant at the time. When the lady came into court, she said, it was a man. And you guys couldn't see that I was freaking pregnant, okay? But yes, I did spend some time on Rikers Island. So yeah, I'm a hoodlum. I'm a hoodlum from way back, y'all. Also, because my grandma raised me, she was in the court as well. So she was there to pick me up and make sure everything was okay. Boopity boppity bam. No harm to the baby, no foul. I did have a baby, a couple of weeks later, or was it a week later? But it was soon after that. But yeah, I'm a little hoodlum from way back. And that one time on Rikers Island was enough for me, because all your freedoms are taken away. And I cannot have my freedoms taken away. So Chloe will just have to get tripped down the stairs. Yeah, it is a little early, but it looks like they're all it's a little early to tell about the ladies, for anybody that didn't see the comment. But yeah, it looks like they are all movers and shakers. And the one, what's her name? Manera, with her little cute self. She's an electrical engineer. Well, go ahead, girl. Do your thing. She is a boss lady, okay? She be on the field, out in the field doing her thing, okay? And she dressed up real pretty. So yeah, I like Manera. Elena, I don't know if I like her yet, because like I said, I only watched one episode, but I'm thinking I may like her because She may be going through something in her marriage because she was explaining her and her husband sleep in separate bedrooms. I have slept in a separate bedroom for my husband as well. We've been married 22 years. 22? We've been together 23 years. I have slept in separate bedrooms for my husband. My husband snores like he's cutting trees. Okay, there's some nights I can't take it. Some nights I could just push him and say, Michael, you're snoring, and he'll turn over and boop the bop the bam. But then some nights you just can't take it. And then some nights you just want to have your own space. You know, you're sharing a bed with somebody, and sometimes it's just too much. You know, it's too much closeness. Sometimes you just want to have the bed to yourself. It's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong with that. As long as my husband knows that I love him, which I tell him every single day. We call each other when he's at work. You know, if I call my husband at work, he's going to answer the phone unless he's up on a ladder or something. He will answer the phone. So I do appreciate that. If he calls me, unless I'm in the ladies' room, I will be answering the phone. And that's how we've been for the last 20-something years. But I'm not going to have an opinion about somebody's marriage that I don't know about, or if they don't ask me. If they don't ask me, I'm going to mind my business. I'm going to drink my water and mind my business. Where's my water, please? Sorry, y'all. I did ask them for water. Okay, and then Latoria, the lady that owns the Rain she says she's a co-owner of the Rain HTX Lounge. I think I like her and her business acumen, and her explaining how it's good to get in on businesses that are already established, you know, because a lot of people try to start a business from the ground up, but because she has certain skills, she can get in on the business and then later up open up her own business, which I think is a very good idea. You don't always have to open up and spend all that money. You can invest and then branch out after that. Oh, my son said my husband don't answer when he call. He telling a story. He telling a story, y'all. My husband answers the phone. If you call Michael now, he will answer the phone, okay? Michael's going to answer the phone. The only number he's not going to answer is the 800 number. That's the only number he won't answer. He will answer the phone. So Pierpont's telling a story. He telling a story, y'all. So, and then Roseanne Rowe is a general manager. I like her. Labrina Jackson, she's the owner of Escape Spa. And those are the 6 girls of Heart and Hustle Houston. They say they call it the Hollywood of the South. I'll have to be the judge of that. Okay, so but I think that's something I want to watch. I am looking forward to Melody putting out Charnita's World Part 2 because they keep saying it's out, but I've been all over Nubian TV and I ain't seen it. Have anybody else seen Charnita's World Part 2 or Season 2? Because I have not seen it. Okay, and I am looking forward to Charnita's World Season 2. And there's something else I wanted to watch. Oh, I've been watching, are y'all watching Tyler Perry's Divorce Sisters? Is anybody watching that? Okay. Well, Divorce Sisters is LaToya Luckett, which I love to death. I love me some LaToya Luckett. And Khadeen Andrea, but it's Khadeen Ellis, okay? That's Devale's wife. She's in there. She plays Geneva, and LaToya plays Rashida. Oh, my God. Those are my 2 favorites. Oh, my God. So it's LaToya plays Rashida, Khadeen plays Geneva, then Portia Coleman plays Naomi. Naomi is a freaking firecracker. She ghetto, okay? Brianna plays Tiffany. I'm on and off about Tiffany because Tiffany, although she's your close friend, she will tell your business, and I'm not with a friend telling my business. If I ask you not to say nothing, then you don't say nothing. I'm sorry. If you tell me something, you don't even have to ask me not to tell nobody. I'm just not going to tell nobody because it ain't their business, because I'm assuming you told me in confidence, okay? And that's why you're telling me and not making it a public announcement, okay? So if you're telling me something, it stays right here, okay? I'm zipping the lip. Zip the lip. And then there's Jennifer Sia. She plays Bridget. I like Bridget, but Bridget's a little. Well, actually, Bridget's two people to me. She's a pushover when it comes to the young boy she's with, because she's with a brother that's really young. What's his name? Vaughn. She's a pushover when it comes to him, but she can stand up for herself when it comes to her girls, except for Naomi. Naomi is a bitch with a capital B, a capital I, a capital T, a capital C, and a capital H, y'all. But I love her. I don't know why. She does all the things I want to do. Maybe she's my alter ego, and she's the person that the stuff that I want to do, Nene will do it for me. We don't call her Nene. Yeah, she gonna do it for me, y'all. Yes. Okay. So we on a season break for the half a season. But child, there's some stuff going on. And I don't want to talk about it with y'all if y'all ain't watching it. Okay? Because I'm talking about it on my channel. But if y'all not watching it, y'all got to catch up. Then I'll talk about it not next week, but in 2 weeks, we could talk about it. Because I watched all 8 episodes. And I am thoroughly entranced. I am thoroughly entranced. And I don't know if y'all know about All the Queen's Men with Eva Marcel, but Doc Bolo, the one with that's all I gotta say. He on there. What's his name? Hakeem or somebody on Divorced Sistas, and him and Naomi are kind of, well, they're sexing, but they're kind of thinking about killing her ex-husband Franklin. So you guys need to get on the show, okay? You need to get on the show, watch it with me, cause and then there's some stuff going on with Geneva, and I ain't gonna tell you all that either, cause if y'all not watching, then I don't want to spill the beans. I'll spill the beans in 2 weeks. How about that? Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me? No? Nobody has any questions? Really? Okay. Maybe next time I'll figure out some questions or I don't know, something to do beside what I'm doing now, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I can only learn from you guys. So, and it looks like the chat stopped, so I don't know if anybody's talking or if everybody's gone or what's happening. I see some people up there, but I don't know what's going on. Oh, my son wants to know why I didn't eat any of my food, because it's actually rude to eat and talk. But I like everything I cook. If I don't like it, I'm not eating it. But let me tell y'all, this is some kind of good. Y'all want some? I know the catfish is good, because as soon as it came out the pan, I had me a piece. Because I had to make sure it wasn't poison. I used to tell my kids that when they were little. Let mommy taste your food to make sure it's poison. And they would let me. And finally they got hip. They said, but mommy, you cooked it. You will poison us. Now, as grown adults, I still taste their food to make sure it's not poison. Okay? Okay. No, I didn't put sugar in the grits, Pierpont. My son is asking if I put sugar in the grits. I did not put sugar in the grits because this is cheese grits. He likes sugar in his cheese grits. And it actually tastes pretty good. But I know folks would fuss at me if I told them that I liked it. Okay, so I'm not going to even tell y'all out loud that I like sugar and cheese grits, but I do. Okay. So, let's see. We've been on here for 29 minutes. And since nobody has anything to say, and I don't know what I'm doing yet to run my mouth for an hour, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and enjoy your Saturday nights. But I want to let each and every one of you know that I appreciate you immensely for coming here and hanging out with me on this Saturday night. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with Lois X Brundage Vance and her family, and that I appreciate. Who that? Oh, my son said thank you all for pulling up. Well, I know. I guess y'all can read. Don't pay me no mind, y'all, because I don't have to read his comments out loud unless. But let me tell y'all, this food is really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat my catfish, drink my hoppies and my water, and mind my business. And I hope to see you guys in 2 weeks. And stay tuned. Next week I'm gonna be talking about Sistas. And who else? Oh, Heart and Hustle Houston. Okay, so thank you. Please tell your friends and family to subscribe to my channel. I know I'm a little itty bitty YouTube content creator, but I actually like doing this. I just have to get up enough nerve to continue to do it. I can do it face to face. If you guys were in a room, I could talk to you guys for hours. It's different when you can't see your audience. And then I have anxiety as well. So it's really, really, really hard to sometimes articulate what I'm trying to say when I can't see the people I'm talking to. Because if I could see the people I'm talking to, then I can talk. Because I can talk, y'all. Let me be clear. I can talk. Well, okay. But I sometimes I need to see faces. But I appreciate each and every one of you spending the time with me. And you guys go ahead and have a wonderful Saturday and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Y'all know the saying, Wakanda forever. I love you. Mwah. Peace. Bye. Now, y'all know I don't know how to end this. I did this last week.